General Motors revving up plans to build a Tesla rival at a perhaps more palatable price tag. Here with the details of the vehicle is our auto reporter, Mike Ramsey. He is based in Detroit. Hey there, Mike.
Hey, how's it going, Wendy?
It's good. I'm good, and I'd be great if I had a Tesla or one of these other vehicles. The GM thing is still sort of in the pipeline here. In what way would this GM vehicle be somewhat like the Tesla? What's their aim?
Okay, so let's point out something first. Both companies, both Tesla and GM, have said they want to build a vehicle like this. But neither of them really have proven that they can actually build a vehicle that costs $30,000 or $35,000 and it's 200 miles of range. And all of the current examples of electric vehicles they have on the road, including from Tesla, in order to get that kind of range, you are talking about a much, much more expensive vehicle. So to get to that, it's sort of like, it's like setting the bar very high. You may get there, but you know, right now it's going to require a dramatic either reduction in battery costs or improvement in battery technology, neither of which, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but the bar is very high to get there. And the biggest thing that doing this would do is it would make an electric vehicle much more palatable. It gets the price down and it gives you a vehicle that potentially could be your only vehicle and not just like a sometimes vehicle.
Right now, people shelling out close to 70 grand, around 70 grand for a Tesla Model S that goes that far. At the 200-mile mark, Mike, let's talk a little bit about that, because as you're pointing out, it would make the vehicle a lot more palatable to people who want to go these longer distances. But there is that other camp of folks who just say that's not why people don't need that kind of range. They drive these shorter distances, often not more than 75 miles. Why are we spinning our wheels, so to speak, to develop this longer range car? What's your thought on that?
Well, the great irony here is that GM has gone through this entire thought process and came up with this revolutionary vehicle called the Chevy Volt, which was designed to address this very issue, which is that people don't drive more than 40 miles a day. Most people don't. I mean, it dramatically covers about, something like 60 or 70% of the driving that most people do in a day is about 40 miles. So they have the Volt, and then if you need to go longer, you have this range extender. Now, they still haven't sold a lot of those. And when Tesla came out with a vehicle that could go 200 miles or 250 miles, even at excessive prices, they think they average over 80,000 for a Model S, people seem to be very interested in it. So I think that the idea of being able to have a vehicle that is unfettered, you don't have to have two different vehicles, is very appealing, even at a high price. So you lower the price even more and get it into the range that more normal people can get, could buy this vehicle, and maybe you've triggered what really needs to happen in order to make a mass market electric vehicle.
Part of this is about getting the cost of this battery technology down. Give us a quick overview of what current costs of battery technology are and how Tesla's actually different in the way it runs its batteries right now.
Okay, so one of the interesting things that's not reported about very often is that Tesla stands alone. They literally are the opposite of every other battery-driven electric vehicle in the entire world by every car maker. Tesla uses the 1865 battery, lithium-ion battery, which is about the size of a AA battery, and it's commonly found in laptops and cell phones, and they have their own proprietary chemistry, but they use a very common casing, and they use thousands and thousands of these cells that are produced in high volume in order to get the maximum cost savings in their battery, and they use a huge battery to do this. So where they're ahead of everyone else is using large, high-powered, specialized batteries that simply are more expensive, and Tesla is using the commodity type of battery that's less expensive. They believe, because they buy in such large volumes and because they've been working on it longer, that they can reduce the price and get energy density gains faster than the other guys. Of course, all the other guys say, no way. There's,
right.
There's too much waste in packaging, and there's all these other problems. That's why the whole other industry has gone the other direction. It's going to be very interesting to see who wins out on this battle, because it could, if Tesla wins, it could disrupt the whole industry.
Absolutely. Do we have a feel of when Tesla realistically expects to have a mass market electric vehicle on the market, Mike?
Well, they have said that they're aiming for the end of 2016, and then more recently, Elon Musk has kind of push that out a little bit further. Maybe it's 2017, you know, and maybe even the end of 2017. I talked to JB Straubel, who's their chief technology officer. They feel pretty confident that they can produce this vehicle for $35,000 starting price. But I do want to point out that 5-6 years ago, the Model S was a $50,000 car that could go 200 miles. And then when it actually came out, the $50,000 was actually $60,000, and then they quickly got rid of the $60,000 version, and now they're $70,000 and $80,000. So, you know, you have to be careful about what they say they can deliver and what is actually possible.
All right, Mike, thanks so much for being with us. When you've got that $30,000 news on a $30,000 Tesla, let's you and I talk, okay?